don't know where to start with this shoe. I really don't. This is a first impressions. This is not a technical review. This is my thoughts on the Nike Zoom Fly. Okay, I can put it down now because it's a bit muddy. For those of you that know this channel, I run an Asics. Let me give you the quick story in a nutshell as to how I've ended up with a pair of these things. In fact, I got to keep holding it because it's so nice. Okay, why have I got this? So I was looking for some new shoes. Asics weren't selling anything at a reasonable price on sportshoes.com, which is where I get my shoes from. These beauties popped up. Now, as a lot of you know that watch YouTube videos, Nike shoe reviews have been the hot topic of 2018. There were so many of them and they were all so good. And every time I would watch them go, they look really good. They look really good, but I'll stick with Asics. And the more I watched them, I was like, oh my goodness. I think at some point I've got to try something like this. I've got to try it, but I don't know when's going to be the right time. Well, the right time is now because they're obviously bringing out some newer versions of these shoes. And I'm guessing the Pegasus 35s as well. There'll be a new one of that because suddenly when I was shoe shopping, these things popped up cheaper than the Asics that I was looking to buy. I got these from sportshoes.com, .co.uk or .com, wherever, for like £69 because we have a bit of a discount with our athletics club. That, ladies and gentlemen, is insane. I could not, being completely honest with you, cards on the table, I could not afford to buy Nike shoes. I just couldn't. With the budget that I have and the amount of miles that I do, I cannot be buying Nike shoes each time. So to see these for 70 quid, I was like, I've got to have them. I've got to try them. I've got to see what this hype is about. Now, for someone that has run in Asics for 4 years now, I've got to say, this thing has blown me away. I'm going to try and keep this as brief and as concise as possible, but I have a list here as the things that I want to mention that I love about this shoe, and I'm going to have to be really careful because I'm going to gush so much about it. It's just wow. And I was really nervous because as I said, I've only run in Asics, so I'd never tried another brand of shoe. I don't know why I was nervous. So let's start off. Fit, bloody beautiful, absolutely fits me like a dream. In particular, the width. The width is perfect. I have wide feet. This thing fits like a glove. I wanted to wait to do a couple of runs in this shoe before making this video. I did a road run, I've done a trail run. As you can see, poor buggers are dirty already. But I've done both. I wanted to see how they fared on both surfaces. They were great. Unfortunately, the cycle track where I was running on Tuesday was churning up a bit, so it was a bit slippery, but that would have happened regardless of this shoe or not. This thing was brilliant. Bearing in mind I took it on the trails, they were very flat, buffed out trails. So the fit, beautiful. This tongue is amazing. It's so thin, yet I thought, oh my gosh, Asics have really cushioned tongues. This thing is just like, it's flat material, there's nothing to it, and I thought, that's going to really annoy me. It doesn't. It's brilliant. The support that this thing gives, the support is second to none. I was really nervous about running in non-supportive shoes. I don't know if these are supportive shoes or not. I have no idea. I'm really sorry. As I said, this is not a technical review, but they provide just that little bit of support in the arch. Not a lot, but just a minuscule amount, which makes me feel like my feet are landing and not turning in. The recent Asics Roadhawk FF2s that I have, unfortunately, are neutral and they are pan flat in the sole. And so when I'm running now in particular, as I've put 300 plus miles in them, I'm landing and my feet are rocking in and I'm getting a bit of pain in the deltoid ligament on the outside of my foot. So I thought to myself, oh, this is a bit of a risk getting another shoe. As I said, you comment below, tell me if this is neutral or if it's supportive, whatever. Either way, it fits my foot like a glove, and the support I'm finding great. The weight on this thing is so light. It makes, no, that's unfair. I was going to say it makes you feel like you're running in like work boots with Asics. That's unfair. The Asics Gel Phoenix 9s that I have recently got 500 miles out of were a dream. They were also nice and light. So it's not all Asics shoes, but some Asics shoes compared to this thing are super, super, super heavy. And I'm guessing that's going to be down to whatever this stuff is on the top here. Again, when I bought it, this is quite flappy, loose material. It's a size 13. There's a lot of material on this thing. And again, I thought that would annoy me. It doesn't, and it's so lightweight. Just everything about the construction is lightweight. I love this racing thing here. I like the fact that I've been able to take it out onto the trails and the road. At the end of the day, I run on a lot of trails. Here, I also run on a lot of roads. This shoe had to be versatile. I don't mind if this thing doesn't let me go on technical stuff. I wear trail shoes for that. We have quite a lot of buffed out, fire roady, gravelly type trails around here, as well as muddy, decent technical trails. And that's fine. Whilst I'm marathon training, I don't really want to go near those type of trails. They can wait until the summer. These things need to just get me around the fire roads for now, and they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. 9 miles on the trails on Tuesday, 7 miles on the road. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely no pain whatsoever. And the amazing thing I found about these things when I was on the road is that the cushioning was just, you know what it's like when you run on pavements? It's tough on the joints, tough on the legs. I loved it. And the final thing that I really love about this thing is the sole of the shoe. Just this, it's so squidgy. Oh, it's amazing. Just everything about this is great. I mean, I'm noticing that I don't know if you can see, it's picking up a few little stones in here. And it will be interesting to see the wear on this thing after a couple of 100 miles. I am really hoping I can get 500 miles on this thing, because that is a good benchmark that I like to set a lot of shoes. 400 minimum. And this thing is just beautiful, guys. So there you go. My first impressions are 16 miles into this thing, and it's incredible. The test will be the long run on the weekend. I will be taking this thing on my long run. This is now my main shoe. I ran today, Wednesday, in the Asics to compare. I had the first 2 runs of the week in this thing. I went back to the Asics just to kind of, so that my vision and what I was saying today wasn't too warped by the fact that I hadn't run in the Asics again. I wanted to compare it to this. So I wanted that fresh feel in my mind of what the Asics were like. And this thing just blows them out of the water. So what does that mean for the future? Oh, before I say anything else, a couple of people when I posted this on social media said they couldn't get the laces too tight. I haven't had that issue yet. I can see why, because I don't know what you call these things, the eyelets to hold the laces in, I don't know, it's just fabric. So I can understand how it can happen, however, I haven't had it yet. So what does this mean for the future? It means that I'm going to be a lot more versatile in my shoe choice. It was great to be able to experience what all the hype was about. I'm not a sheep. I don't like to follow trends. I buck trends. I hate it. I hate being the same as everyone else. And that's why I've enjoyed running in Asics, because not a lot of people do run in Asics, to be honest with you. They think they're quite a basic shoe, and to be fair, they're certainly not up there with the leaders in the shoe market, but that's fine. That's who I am. I like to do that, but I feel I've bucked my own trend and I've jumped on the bandwagon. Only a year late, but it doesn't matter. I have, and my thoughts are that if I can pick up a pair of Nikes again for this price, I just will not hesitate. And guys, I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know if you run in these things or not, or run in Nikes in general, what your preferred shoe brand is. Of course, that'd be super to hear. But for me, it's just an eye-opener now. 4 years in Asics. It's taken me 4 years to change. I finally changed, and I'm looking forward to changing again and again and again. So those are my first impressions on the Nike Zoom Fly. Just 10 out of 10, absolutely beautiful. I probably won't be saying that if I try other Nike shoes, because I'm sure other Nike shoes might be better, might be worse. I hear lots of great things about the Pegasus. I'm seeing recent reviews on this Vomero. They all look great. They all look fantastic. But anyway, I realise I'm talking way too much. If you enjoyed this video, guys, Please do give it a like. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you a Nike runner or not? Share it with your friends and do consider subscribing to the channel for the weekly running content, and I will see you next time. Until then.